And 1 week left, and a key race that could decide control of the Senate is heating up. The latest polling in Georgia shows Democratic Raphael Warnock and Republican challenger Herschel Walker, who we just discussed, is deadlocked. According to the poll, both Warnock and Walker received 45% of support from likely voters. This comes as Herschel Walker is fending off those allegations I just discussed with Senator Cruz that he encouraged 2 women to have abortions. Senator Warnock has pounced on this issue. In a recent debate, Warnock questioned Walker's trustworthiness, and Warnock also used the allegations in a campaign ad.
For you, Herschel Walker wants to ban abortion.
There's no exception in my mind. Like I said, I believe in life. There's not a national ban on abortion right now, and I think that's a problem.
But for himself,
Herschel Walker paid for an abortion for his then-girlfriend.
She supported her claims with a $575 receipt from the abortion clinic.
Even his own son is saying Walker is lying.
Walker has repeatedly denied the claims and is running as a pro-life candidate. Senior correspondent John Huddy is live in Augusta, Georgia with more. John, tell me the latest.
Well, yeah, and by the way, those campaign ads are all over the airwaves here in Georgia. I arrived late last night, turned on the hotel TV, and it was just one ad after another, both from Warnock's campaign and Herschel Walker. And speaking of which, we joined Walker's campaign, basically followed along for a couple stops. The latest, the last one was here in Augusta, Georgia. They just wrapped up right around 30 minutes ago. But it is a very close race. It's almost representative of nationwide, the battle for the U.S. Senate. But here we're watching this race closely because some of the polls are showing that Herschel Walker has picked up and is actually neck and neck right now with the incumbent Senator Raphael Warnock. In fact, the Atlanta Journal-Constitution shows that Walker has pulled ahead. But yes, his campaign has been dogged by these accusations against women, saying that he paid for their abortions, something he adamantly denies. His campaign released a statement saying that it's just Democratic lies. It's a hit job, essentially, a week out before the election. And it's something he told me. We sat down, actually, earlier today after a campaign stop in Madison, Georgia, just outside Atlanta, and we sat down for an exclusive interview on his campaign tour bus, by the way. And Walker, he didn't really get into the accusations. He said, look, we've addressed this. We released a statement. We're moving on. We're focusing on the issues that matter, the economy, crime. But I talked about how close we are now to the election, and here's what he told me in part. Listen here. We're in the home stretch, and to use kind of the football analogy, it's a little cliche, but I got to do it. It's the fourth quarter. You're on the 10-yard line. You got the ball. What does Herschel Walker do to win this game?
We got to score. What I mean by that is we got to get out and continue to meet the people, but let the people know who's sitting on the fence what I stand for. We got to let them know that Senator Warnock, you know, what he stood for. And that's one of the things that they've been hiding for a long time, is that he's voted with Joe Biden 96% of the time. That's the reason we got this high inflation. We got this border out of control. We got men and women's sports. We got all the crime on the streets, and they don't want to talk about that.
Now, some of the stops, Madison and Augusta, by the way, that his campaign had rallies at, voted heavily blue back in 2018. So he's trying to pick up some of the voters who may be on the fence, as is Raphael Warnock. Warnock was in southern Georgia today in Thomasville, an area that is heavily red, trying to pick up votes there. And he continues to maintain that Herschel Walker, questioning his honesty, his integrity, like you heard, like you played in that campaign spot, saying that he's just unqualified. He's not fit for office. This, by the way, as early voting is incredibly high right now here in Georgia. In fact, 1.6 million Georgians, Greta, have already cast a ballot. They voted. That's basically surpassed. It's higher than in 2018 and is on par with the 2020 presidential election, Greta.
John Huddy, thank you.